Just another cleanup day here on the farm. It is really, really windy once you get away from being behind things, but back here it's not so bad. We got to move some stuff around here and get plenty of room open because the excavator guys are coming today to smash what's left of this building and I think the grain bin into a couple of dumpsters and get them out of here finally. This blade isn't exactly brand new anymore. So the reason we're dragging this out with the skid loader is simply because we can't get a tractor to it. Just can't get pivoted in there. The next thing here, the tebbin, this is a lot heavier. We can't lift it with the skid loader because the skid loader just ends up lifting itself. But we're gonna try and pull it at an angle that we can get a tractor in there and get to the 3-point. Right.
Maybe a tractor could get in here.
I'm gonna hook that woods mower up to this thing now and start cutting away at some of this grass around the shop that's really gotten away from us. Now I know I've got to pull this hammer strap off and get down to the single drawbar. I also don't remember which direction this hitch goes. It's got a really cool swivel hitch for mowing side hills and inclines. Problem is I don't know which way is right side up and which way is upside down, and I've done it wrong in the past. I shut the tractor down to flip this because a few of you guys chewed me out last time. So we got to flip from our 540 connection to our 1000. This just pulls right out. Literally flip it around. It's different splines. It's got smaller splines on this end. She's in. How could this happen? I'm a millennial. Here comes trouble. And thing 2. What are you up to? About 3'7". Get it?
I made.
Okay, I'll get this on. You made what?
2 other chalk paints.
2 other chalk things?
Yeah, 2 other chalk paints.
Oh, chalk paints. Here, come squeeze this trigger. Squeeze that red trigger. Hold it for a minute. Uh-oh, we're out of grease. It's not pumping. That would figure. All right, bring me my tube of grease that she went and grabbed. Thank you. We got the Mystic JT6 high temp grease. Good stuff. For the parade?
Yeah.
Oh. You're gonna ride in the back of the pickup, the old one?
And throw the candy, me and Rhiannon on.
And throw the candy.
Kayla isn't doing the gymnastics thing.
Oh, okay. Well, does Rhiannon want to drive the go-kart then too, or not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This red one?
Yep. That's good. Those shields are just on magnets. Pretty neat. How neat is that? There you go. You want to race to where? Oh, to the back of my old pickup tailgate. You're kind of creepy riding around on that old tricycle like some sort of horror movie. If this was in black and white. Looks like we got a truck to load steel or construction materials into. You beat her? Where? Oh, there she is. Good dog.
I won, you big dooper.
Hold it. Maybe back.
try it. It's all greased up. Gear oil, the gear oil in the boxes are good. The hydraulics are set correctly. All this grass around everything that we like to keep down to a minimum. We don't need it. It doesn't need to be a golf course, but it needs to be nicer than this. This all just grew up on us and kind of got away from us because of all the rain this spring and the late planting and the storm that wiped out the shed and the grain bins, and everything's just running behind, and this gets put at the bottom of the list. So we finally got it going now. We're gonna try to get this cleaned up, move some stuff actually to park it down here, because obviously we're gonna be without a shed up there probably for quite a while, so we got to come up with other places to put things. It's a mess in our yard right now. Everything sounds fine. I'm gonna go ahead and close that window. Oh, that is satisfying right there. He's gonna interrupt me right away.
Sure seems to run nice and smooth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a good job even with the blades all beat up.
Saying dull blades, it still looks really nice.
Right.
You want to ride to Mike's to get that truck, or should we get it after the bin and everything's picked up and we got more room?
Well, I don't care.
It doesn't really matter to me. They probably want it out of there, but they probably don't care if we wait till tomorrow, you think? Then you can stay mowing and with Isla here, and I'll just go to Belgrade and get the chemicals.
Okay. Isla's alone up at the house right now, so I'm gonna go check on her and see if she wants to order some lunch. Do you want something for lunch, Isla?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Do you want me to call and order cheeseburgers?
I like cheeseburgers.
You don't like cheeseburgers? What's wrong with you? Corn is starting to green up quite a bit. It actually doesn't look too bad. We have had a ton of heat in the last few days and a lot more coming over the next week. Isla and I enjoyed a little bit of lunch in peace, and now I'm gonna go back finish that mowing job. Dad still isn't back with some chemical that he ran to pick up, and we don't have a crew here cleaning up the bin or the shed yet, but supposedly that's still happening today. Mowing is done for the moment, and it looks like Dad just got back with some chemical. We did grab this from one of the local co-ops. We've also got FBN, Farmers Business Network. They're gonna be delivering about 200 gallons of another chemical that we're gonna need for spraying soybeans next week. Well, now we're gonna head down to the truck shop, which is on the way to the ethanol plant. So Dad's gonna drop me off, pick up a truck that we had worked on, and he's gonna continue on. This is loaded full of corn, so he's gonna dump that. We do have about 15 loads left that we need to haul in this month. But with it being so windy and what we thought we were gonna have going on here today, we decided to hold off on that for today. I'm hoping the excavators should still show up. Seems like the excavator's still not moving. I'm not upset at all. I know those guys are busy. There's people with a lot bigger problems than us, and there's a small town 10 miles from here that got torn to shreds by a tornado a couple weeks ago, so I know those guys are swamped. The good news for you guys is most likely you'll get a whole other video out of this, because I want to make sure I get some video of that stuff being cleaned up, so lucky you. Or unlucky you. I was out cruising around.
What?
Ripping around, huh? Having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now I'd like to unhook the tebbin here. I'm not sure where we're gonna put it exactly. We still have that around because we use it, well, not very often. We haven't used it for quite a while, but it does do a good job when you need a small area worked up. It leaves it rougher than heck, so you can never, you'd never plant into it, but for a good fall heavy tillage, it does pretty good. Well, would you look at this handy little mowed off spot that appears to be just the right size. Well, after a few minutes and some choice words, I've realized that I'm not gonna get this unhooked on my own, so Dad's about 10-15 minutes away with a truck, so I'm just gonna wait for him to get here, and then when we have 2 people, I won't have to get in and out of the tractor a million times. I went to run and get more boards and a hammer, and by the time I got back, Dad had the tebbing off the tractor, so I can thank him for getting it off of there, and you guys can be upset with him because you didn't get the content. Now that tractor is going to be used next to pull this 6018, I guess you would call it, J&M Nitro Grow liquid fertilizer applicator. Well, now we got a situation where the pin is bent. We got this tractor, I suppose the pin came with it, but the pin doesn't, because this cage is bent, the pin doesn't lock in, so we're not going to pull it around without a pin that locks. Sounds like the wind is supposed to be low in the morning, so we're going to kind of prepare for that and hope to use that sprayer sitting over there. We're going to throw a couple more boxes or a few more boxes of chemical here in the trailer where we've got the water. That way we're ready to go in the morning, get that thing loaded up and get it moving. I got chemicals thrown in the trailer, Dad's got diesel in the sprayer, and look who showed up. I don't know if they'll work on it at all tonight or not. It's about 5 o'clock now, but I would guess they probably will, and even if they don't, I bet they'll be out here at 6:37 tomorrow morning going on it, because I know they're swamped. Well, I'd say it kind of looks like they're going to get going on some stuff tonight. Dumpster's already full, so he's gonna head over and start working on the shed. There's 2 dumpsters back there to fill, and we'll see how much room he's got for those. You want to ride with me through the field and look at the crops?
Sure, I'll park it.
Okay, park it over by the shed. Well, corn looks okay, all things considered. It got planted late, but all this heat has sped it up. There's a lot of weeds out here too. The weeds are coming fast.
Did it get burnt? There's a white spot on it.
Found an old corn cob. Looks like they're separating as much of the steel from the wood as they can. They're getting it done. And our FBN chemical is here. How's that for service? I just got a hold of my local FBN rep this morning, told him we're gonna need some of this, and here he is just a few hours later, right to the farm. You know, they offer a lot more than just seed as well. They've got crop insurance, health insurance, seed transparency, you name it, all kinds of stuff, and being a member is free. But you gotta be a member in order to be able to go to the Farmer to Farmer event in Omaha, Nebraska in December, which I'll be at. It'd be cool to see some of you there. Oh, link in description. I gotta say that.
Thanks for watching.
Toodles. Good morning, Anna. Dad's got the sprayer backing out already, huh? Well, it's supposed to be a hot one today, and it's not a 50-mile-per-hour wind, which is really nice. The wind this week has just been, like, depressing. It's been awful. Jim's gonna be here in about 40 minutes to start hauling some corn. We're still hauling out of one of the back bins here because it's the only thing we have left that has power hook to it. So we're running the sweep around that floor, so it's loading slowly, but first thing I want to do is make sure we've got a full truck when Jim gets here so he can take off right away. This sweep runs fairly slow. The corn is flowing nice, so I'm just gonna let it run. It should run just fine unsupervised. It's an adult now. Next up, we got a Roundup tote in the chemical tank that's about empty, so I'm gonna swap that out so we've got a full one once Dad gets back here with the sprayer. Got the full one on now, and the excavators are here for the day. They're gonna finish cleaning up the shed that fell down and hopefully the grain bin. Hopefully. Keep it under 100. Or don't, I guess. Just don't, I don't care. It's been a couple of hours now. I finally got a minute to breathe here. I set the camera down. To be honest, I just forgot it in the cup holder of the Ranger. But excavator crew is working. I had to get some more chemicals mixed up for Dad. Speeds him up if I can mix them into the inductor so that it's all ready when he gets back, and I had to move some stuff around. I've got him loaded a couple more times. Jim is out of here with a couple other trucks, and it sounds like the ethanol plant is gonna shut down at noon, so this is gonna be his last load. I've had a couple calls with insurance people. I got another insurance guy coming in about 15 minutes. We're gonna look at that, and yeah, it's just been busy. It's been busy. Plus Isla needed me to make her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then start her little four-wheeler, so that was important too.